Good afternoon and welcome back to the garden. Now the weather's changed. I think we're going into autumn already. It's not been very nice for at least a week or so now. The wind is coming from the east, which is quite cool for us up here. Now we've popped into the top greenhouse because there's a little job wants doing in here, and that is to remove the bottom leaves on these tomatoes. I removed the bottom leaves. Apart from making the plant grow a bit better at the top, it makes it easier for watering, because at the moment as I water, the leaves are sending the water all over the floor instead of onto the pots. I'll also take one of the cucumbers that's as good as ready, but if we take it, the other ones will get a bit bigger for us, and I should just remove a couple of leaves from the bottom of the cucumber as well. So let's have a look what we can do. I'm going to remove this cucumber here. I don't know if you can see it. It's not as long as what we normally get, but it will give these others a bit of a chance to grow a bit more. There you are then, medium-sized cucumber, this one. Now we've decided we're going to take two actually, so we'll take this one as well. Now it's taken a bit of weight off the bottom of the plant, so obviously the other ones will get a bit more moisture, but they're fine, they're nice. Leaf-wise, I think I'll take that one, and that one on that plant, and this one, just the one, not that one. It will give more energy to go up rather than to keep sending them into these leaves. There you are. Look. We'll take that one as well. There you go. Now I've put the chalk on and topped the pots up a little bit with some more compost. That will make watering. When I water, I feed now obviously, so when I water and feed, these can get going and the chalk's going in slowly. Now somebody said, can I mix the chalk with water? Well, I was thinking about it afterwards, and of course you can, because I put the chalk on the top and then water it, so if it's in the water it's exactly the same. The tomatoes, as you can see, it's a bit, so when I go to water, most of the water is going missing. They are standing a little dry at the moment because I haven't watered them this morning, but I shall water them before we go down the garden. As you can see, they're making a good height. Plenty of flowers, plenty of fruit on them. I am feeding them now, and they say, oh, feed once a week, but these are not going to be here for long. So I feed them every second or third day with a weaker feed than what is suggested, and then just keep them going. It works better that way for me. Now there'll be quite a few leaves, so I'm going to put them down and fetch the wheelbarrow for them. I'm just going to cut them. I'm not ripping them off, because if you rip them you could damage the stand. Let's see. You'll be able to see better in a moment when I've cleaned them off a little bit. If you get one that's hanging down, though, just half it. Like that. In fact, that one can come off actually. There you are. That's what I want to create, and it gives more energy for the top anyway. Let's do this one where you can see the leaves are hanging down quite low now. So we'll take those off. We'll half that one up. Take that dead leaf off. That one can come off. Likewise as the cucumbers, look, they've got the chalk on, top the pots up, and they're coming along nicely. I'll just do one more so you can... Let's do this one, because this really does want doing. You see this leaf here? Just half it. This one can come off. That's better. That's all right. Any at the back that are not in the way, I'll leave those on. When we get a good crop going on them, we'll perhaps half the leaves a little bit anyway, so that the air can get round and keep them warm. Because remember, it's the warmth that ripens the tomatoes, not the sun. Right, I'll just finish the row. Pardon me. It's grass pollen, you know, it's ever so heavy around here. They're actually haymaking in the fields at the back of us. So I'm suffering a little, poor old thing. I'll just finish off and then show you them clipped down so you can see how easy it is then for water. Now I've trimmed the bottoms, so I'll just water them. I have these big cans now, they're 14 litre, they hold quite a bit of water. It saves you walking backwards and forwards all the time. But it gives you arms like a gorilla if you're carrying two. Now they're watered twice a day when it's normal weather and hot and sunny. But this overcast weather, I've reduced it to once a day. And then if it does pick up in the afternoon, I can always pop in and give them another drink. We should have enough in here to get them all. It's a bit tight just here because I've got the basil over here now to bring it on a little bit. Not too much, just enough to get them soaking a bit. It's a big rose on the can, so you can't give them. That's it, look. The peppers in this top greenhouse are not doing so well. The leaves look a bit crinkly, and we've taken one off and examined it. It looks like green fly, but it's not. I do believe it's the cold air. Because it's still cool in here, they're just not growing so well. The peppers in the bottom greenhouse are doing twice as good as these, but it is a warmer greenhouse down there. What bit of sun we get really does hit that. Hence I brought the basil up, because the basil was not getting through the day when the sun was shining on them. I think what will happen with these now, Diane will come along, take tops out and dry the tops and then let them break again, because now they're up here and they're grown well, they'll soon break and bush up. Now that'll be it for today. Even though it's quite warm in here, it's cold when we go out, so we have to do my zip up then. Take care everyone. Thank you for subscribing, we do appreciate it. And always a thank you for watching. Take care, keep warm if you're up here in the cold, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye now.